Hello children, good morning. Yes, we are ready with the verbs, right? Now, you know all the tenses of the verbs. Now, let us go with subject-verb agreement. Here, this is very important topic because if this subject and verb are not getting agreed with each other, the sentence will be wrong. So, here this subject and this verb should agree with each other. Okay, only then the sentence will be correct and you will be getting full marks in that. Okay, now the subject and the verb are the skeleton of every sentence. Now, what is that you need to do is you have to put them together correctly. Okay, only then your sentence will be perfectly correct. Okay, this is a very simple thing which you need to keep in mind when you are writing a sentence. That is, the subject and the verb should agree with each other. Okay, you have to put them together properly. Now, every verb must agree with its subject. So, what is that you have to do? If the subject is singular, the verb also should be singular. If the verb is plural, subject is plural, the verb also should be plural. Okay, only then the sentence will be perfect. Now, just look at these examples and you can understand that in a better way. Now, look at that. He, she, it. That is third person singular. And the verb there is walk. You have to add yes, they, walks. And Ali is singular. So you have to do add yes to the verb. Walks. The girl walks, singular. The girl is singular. You have to write walks. So walks is singular. He is singular. She is singular. It is singular. Ali is singular. And the girl is also singular. So there we are adding singular verbs. Walks is singular. Now look at that. I, you, we, they. I is first person singular. You is second person. We is again first person plural. And they third person plural. For all these, what we are doing, we are writing only walk, plural verb. Okay, Ali and Salma. These two people are there. So that as they are added using and, that is called as singular plural. Ali and Salma are plural, and so we have to add their walk. And the girls is also plural, so we'll be writing their walk. Now, remember the irregular verbs are there. Do, have, and be. So what is happening when singular verb is there? He, you have to write does. He does the work. She has, and he is, she was. That means he does his work. She has done her work. He is playing. She was dancing. Okay, but again, if you go with plural, they do the work. They have their books. They are playing. They were dancing. Okay, that is how this subject and verb should agree with each other in this irregular verbs case. Okay, now is that clear? Does, has, it, was. Is present, was is past. Does and has both are singular. Okay, now here are some tips to know how the subject and verb get agreed with each other. What is that we need to do? Generally, if the subject does not end in S, the verb will end in S. If the subject does end in yes, then the verb won't end in S. So if the subject does not end in yes, the verb will end in yes. If the subject does not end in yes, the verb won't end in yes. Okay? So vice versa. If the subject ends with yes, then the verb will not take completely. Subject and verb both are opposite. Now look here. The girl, there is no yes there, but dancers. Yes is there, right? So no yes to the subject, whereas yes is there to the verb. And so the girl dances is perfect there. Clear? Now look at the other example. The girls, yes is there. Dance, no yes is there to the verb. And the girls, plural, the girls dance. Okay? Now, the compound ones, the compound subjects joined by end. So if you are adding compound subjects using end, what happens? If there are two or more subjects joined by end, then the subject must be plural. So you are considering that subject as plural there. So the verb will not take the yes. So the example, the boy is singular, the girl is singular, but you are adding them using end. So it became they. So as it is plural, it won't take yes. The boy and the girl dance. Now, watch out for every and each. Every player in the team plays well. So here what happens, every player, we are taking that as a singular there. So yes is added to the verb, which is singular verb. Each student, again each student is singular. That is why understands, yes is added there, which is a singular verb. Okay, each student understands the lesson. Yes, children, these are the few rules what I told you. Let us go and learn all the 20 rules are there. Let us learn all those things now. Okay? Yes, here are some rules, subject and verb agreement. Just listen to those rules. I think you can understand that. 20 rules of subject and verb agreement. Now, students, subjects and verbs must agree with each other in number for a sentence to make sense. Even though grammar can be a bit tricky from time to time, there are 20 rules of subject and verb agreement that sum up the topic quite concisely. Most of the concepts of subject-verb agreement are straightforward, but exceptions to the rules can make it little bit more complicated. So for example, would you say they are fun or they is fun? Since they is plural, we would opt for the plural form of the verb are. Ready to dive into the world where subjects and verbs live in harmony? Yes? Are you ready? Yes. Now, what are the rules of subject and verb agreement? 20 may seem like a lot of rules for one subject, but you will quickly notice one ties into the next. In the end, it will all make sense. In the following examples, the agreeing subject is in bold and the verb is in italics and the rule is in red. The first rule, the subjects and verbs must agree in number. This is the cornerstone rule that forms the background of the concept. The dog growls when he is angry. The dogs growl when they are angry. This is one what we have already learned, right? The dog is singular, so growls. Yes is added to the verb, which is singular. The dogs, plural, so growl. No yes is there. Okay. Now, second rule, subordinate clauses that come between the subject and the verb don't affect their agreement. That means the dog who is chewing on my jeans is usually very good. So here the subject is the dog only. who is chewing on my jeans is connected to the dog only. So you need not consider that, and the subject is the dog only. So is singular will be used. And then third one, prepositional phrases between the subject and verb must usually do not affect agreement. The color of the rainbow or beautiful. The colors of the rainbow are beautiful. So here, the colors, we are talking about, the subject is again the colors. We are talking about the colors of the rainbow. So the colors is always plural. So are beautiful. Now fourth one, when sentences start with there or here, the subject will always be placed after the verb. Some care need to be taken to identify each part correctly. There is a problem with the balance sheet. Here are the papers you are requested. So after these, here and there, you are looking at the subject, which is the balance sheet there, which is singular, and the papers, which is plural. So are is mentioned for papers, and the balance sheet, singular, is mentioned there. Now fifth rule, subjects don't always come before verbs in questions. Make sure you accurately identify the subject before deciding on the proper verb form of use. Now, where are the pieces of the puzzle? So, pieces, you are talking about the pieces, which is plural. So, are there. If two subjects are joined by and they typically require a plural verb form. The cow and the pig are jumping over the moon. So the pig and the cow together they became plural. So are jumping. Now seventh one, the verb is singular if two subjects separate by and refer to same person or thing as whole. That means red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. Red beans and rice together, that is one food. That is why is my mother's favorite dish. We are talking about the dish. Though there are two things, red beans and rice, we are considering that as only one piece, one food item, one dish. So that is singular there. Now eighth rule, if one of the words each, every or no comes before the subject, the verb is singular. No smoking or drinking is allowed. So, no smoking or drinking, either smoking or drinking is not allowed. We are taking any one as singular. Every man and woman, we are taking again it as singular. That is why verb is singular. He is required to check up. So, every man and women, we are taking them as singular. So, is required there because there is every. Now, ninth one, if the subjects are both singular and are connected by the words or, nor, neither nor, either or, not only but also, the verb is singular. Either Jessica or Christian is to blame for the accident. So, Jessica is not to be blamed for the accident, and Christian also should not be blamed. So we are taking both of them as either this or that, again singular. So is to blame for the accident. So both Jessica and Christian, both we are taking as singular because we are joining them using either or. Again, if we are adding Jessica and Christian, then that will be plural. Okay. Now, 10th one, the only time the object of the preposition decides plural or singular verb forms is when the noun and pronoun subjects like some, half, none, more, or all are allowed by prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrase. Then the object or the prepositional determines the forms of the verb. All of the chicken is good. You are talking about entire thing. All the chickens are good. Okay, all the chicken, we are taking it as singular, so is good. All of the chickens, taking it as plural, so are. Now 11th one, the singular verb forms is usually reserved for units of measurement or time. 4 quarters of oil was required to get the car running. So 4 quarters of oil, we are taking that as one unit. So we are taking that as was required, singular. Okay. Now 12th one, if the subjects are both plural and are connected by words or, nor, neither nor, either or not only but also, the verb is plural. That means not only dogs but also cats are available at the animal shelter. So both dogs and cats, they are plural. So if you take any one also, dogs again plural and cats also plural. So or will be there. Plural, we are taking the subjects plural there. Now look at the 13th rule. If one subject is singular and the other is plural and the words are connected by the words or, nor, neither nor, either or not only but also, use the verb form of the subject that is nearest to the verb. Now look at the example. Either of the bears or the lion has escaped. Now the bears is plural, no doubt, but the lion is singular. So we are talking about either bears or lion. So to the verb has escaped, lion is near, just before that. So we have to take that lion as subject and use singular verb has escaped from the zoo. The next one, look at the next example. Neither the lion nor the bears have escaped from the zoo. So the lion is again far away from the verb, have escaped, and the bears is near to the verb, have. So have escaped is correct there because we are looking at what is there just before the verb, bears, plural. So have escaped. In the above sentence where we used either or, lion is just before has escaped. So has present verb is used there. Whereas in the next case, bears are plural. So have escaped is used. Children, look at that and understand that properly. We are looking at the nearness. What is there just before the verb? Is that singular subject or plural subject? If it is singular subject, take singular verb. If it is plural subject, take plural verb. That's it, what you have to remember. Now look at the 14th one. Indefinite pronouns typically take singular verb with some exceptions. There are few exceptions. Everybody wants to be loved. So here everybody is again singular. Wants to love. So indefinite pronoun, we are not talking about anyone, that is not definite. So indefinite pronoun, everybody, we are taking it as singular and we have to use singular verb only, wants. Okay, now look at that 15th one. The exceptions to the above rule include the pronouns few, many, several, both, all, and some. So when you look at those one pronouns, few, many, several, both, all, and some, these are all plural. Whereas everybody, everyone, each, all these are singular. So when there are plural, you are taking the verb is also plural. Few were left alive after the flood. Few refers to plural. So were is used there. So if two indefinite are separated by and, they take the plural form of the verb. To walk and to chew gum require great skill. So to walk and to chew gum requires great skill. So two actions are mentioned there. So require is plural verb is used there. Okay. When gerunds are used, gerund means walking, playing, eating, jumping, reading, all that ing forms. When gerunds are used as the subject of the sentence, they take the singular form of the verb. However, when they are linked by and, they take the plural form. That means if standing in the water was bad idea, standing, you are talking about only one. So was bad idea. But next sentence, swimming in the oceans and playing drums are my hobbies. So there you are talking about two actions. One is swimming in the ocean and the other one is playing drums. So those two actions are joined with and so the verb became plural, are my hobbies. Clear? Now, 18. A collective noun such as team or staff can either singular or plural depending upon the rest of the sentence. Typically, they take the singular form as a collective noun is treated as a cohesive singular unit. The herd is stampeding. So here, the herd, though it is plural, we are taking it as singular because we are collectively we are taking that. So here it is taken as a singular. 19th one, titles of the book, movies, novels, and other similar works are treated as singular and take a singular verb. The Birds is a movie starring Tom Hanks. So here, movie, The Birds, though it is yes is added, we are taking that as singular because we are talking about just one movie. So is singular verb is used there. Now, final rule, children. Remember, only the subject affects the verb. Nothing else matters. Jacob, who owns 16 houses? So 16 house is plural, but we are not considering because we are talking about only Jacob there. Jacob, who owns 16 houses? The verb is singular because we are talking about Jacob. He is on his way to becoming a millionaire. Okay, so we are talking about Jacob. The between one we are not considering. We are adding some other extra information for Jacob. Jacob, who owns 16 houses, is on his way to becoming a billionaire. So that is about Jacob, not about the houses. So it should go with singular verb. I think it's clear now. Yes, now be ready to do the exercise, children. Okay.